Athens. The name alone conjures up images of ancient ruins, white marble temples, and the birthplace of democracy. And for good reason. Athens is a city that has captured the imagination of travelers, historians, and dreamers for centuries. It's a place where the past whispers on every corner. To walk its streets is to walk in the footsteps of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Is to feel the presence of ancient gods and goddesses. Athens is a city that has seen it all. It's witnessed empires rise and fall. It's been the center of the world and been conquered, but through it all, Athens has endured. It's a city that's constantly evolving, yet forever tied to its illustrious past. Today, Athens is a vibrant mix of old and new. Ancient wonders stand side by side with modern cafes and bustling markets. The city hums with a youthful energy, yet there's a timeless quality to Athens. It's a place where you can feel the weight of history all around you. So come, dear traveler, and explore the timeless jewel of Greece. Let Athens work its magic on you. The story of Athens begins over 3,000 years ago. Legend has it that the city was named after the goddess Athena. She was the goddess of wisdom, courage, and fittingly, civilization. Athena won a contest against Poseidon to become the city's patron. Her gift to the people was the olive tree, a symbol of peace and prosperity. In its earliest days, Athens was a small city-state. It was located on a rocky hilltop. This hilltop would later become the site of the Acropolis. Life in ancient Athens revolved around agriculture and trade. The Athenians were skilled sailors and merchants. They established trade routes throughout the Mediterranean. As Athens grew in power and influence, so too did its rivalry with other city-states, particularly Sparta. This rivalry would eventually lead to the Peloponnesian War, a conflict that would change the course of Greek history. The 5th century BC was a golden age for Athens. It was a time of great intellectual and artistic flourishing. This period is often referred to as the Classical Age. It was during this time that Athens produced some of the most influential thinkers and artists in Western civilization. Thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle walked the streets of Athens. They engaged in lively debates about philosophy, politics, and the nature of the universe. Their ideas would go on to shape Western thought for centuries to come. Theatres staged the plays of Sophocles, Euripides, and Aristophanes. These playwrights explored the human condition with a depth and insight that continues to resonate with audiences today. The Parthenon, that iconic symbol of ancient Greece, was built during this time. It stands as a testament to the architectural and artistic genius of the Athenian people. Perhaps the greatest legacy of ancient Athens is the birth of democracy. Before Athens, most cities were ruled by kings or tyrants, but in Athens, a new system of government emerged. It was a system where citizens had a direct say in how they were ruled. It was a radical idea, and it wasn't without its flaws. Only free men born in Athens could vote. Women, slaves, and foreigners were excluded. But for its time, Athenian democracy was revolutionary. It laid the foundation for the democratic principles that we hold dear today. The idea that power should rest with the people, not with a select few, is an enduring legacy of ancient Athens. It continues to inspire movements for freedom and self-determination around the world. Section 5. The Rise and Fall of Power. The rise of Athens to prominence was meteoric, but its fall from grace was equally dramatic. The Peloponnesian War, a decades-long conflict with Sparta, weakened Athens. It left it vulnerable to conquest. In 404 BC, Athens was defeated by Sparta. The city's walls were torn down, its fleet was destroyed, and its empire was dissolved. Although Athens eventually regained its independence, it never again achieved the same level of power and influence. The defeat of Athens marked the end of the classical age of Greece. It ushered in a new era of instability and conflict. But even in defeat, Athens remained a center of learning and culture. Its legacy continued to inspire generations to come. Section 6. Through the Ages. After the fall of the Greek city-states, Athens came under the control of a succession of foreign powers. First came the Macedonians under Philip II and his son Alexander the Great. Then came the Romans, who incorporated Greece into their vast empire. Under Roman rule, Athens enjoyed a period of relative peace and prosperity. The Romans admired Greek culture. They preserved many of its monuments and institutions. But Athens was no longer the center of the world. It was a provincial city in a vast empire. With the fall of the Roman Empire, Athens became part of the Byzantine Empire. Christianity became the dominant religion. Many of the city's ancient temples were converted into churches. In the 15th century, Athens fell to the Ottoman Turks. It remained under Ottoman rule for centuries. Section 7. A new beginning. In the 19th century, a spirit of nationalism swept through Europe. The Greeks rose up against Ottoman rule in a war for independence. Athens played a pivotal role in the Greek War of Independence. In 1834, after centuries of foreign domination, Athens was declared the capital of the newly independent Greek state. The city was in ruins. It was a shadow of its former glory, but the Greeks were determined to rebuild their ancient capital. They embarked on an ambitious program of reconstruction. Ancient monuments were restored. New buildings were erected in a neoclassical style, inspired by the architecture of ancient Greece. Athens was once again a capital city. It was a symbol of Greek pride and resilience. The city grew rapidly in the 19th and 20th centuries. It attracted people from all over Greece and beyond. Section 8. Treasures of Athens. Today, Athens is a vibrant metropolis. It's home to over 3 million people. It's a city that seamlessly blends ancient and modern. Towering above the city is the Acropolis, crowned by the majestic Parthenon. It's a sight that takes your breath away. The Acropolis is a must-see for any visitor to Athens. Walk in the footsteps of ancient Athenians. Imagine the bustling marketplace of the Agora, now in majestic ruins. Marvel at the Temple of Olympian Zeus, once the largest temple in Greece. Explore the charming Plaka district. Get lost in its labyrinthine streets. Dine at a traditional taverna. Savor delicious Greek cuisine. Visit the world-class museums. Discover the treasures of ancient Greece. Section 9. A city frozen in time yet vibrant with life. Athens is a city that defies easy categorization. It's both ancient and modern, chaotic and charming, historic and hip. It's a city that will challenge your perceptions. It will stay with you long after you've left. So come, explore the timeless jewel of Greece. Discover the magic of Athens for yourself.